Hi, everyone. My name is Lee Honish. Welcome to, for some, a very late night on the East Coast and a very early night still on the West Coast. It's 8:06, August 11th, 2021, and this is very much live. My name is Lee Honish, and we're going to talk about pre-foreclosure listings. The reason for this event is very simple. I said it in the email. Before the moratorium ended, we came up with one price for our program, for our upgrades, for basically everything. And it was all with the intention of when the moratorium ended, we were going to put the investment price back to what it should be. And because there's so much ambiguity in the market, and our CEO, Derek Kelly, who's in charge of sales and everything else, has been aggressively trying to squeeze as many people through the front door at the price we had before the moratorium ended. He's been trying to keep that alive and going. We now have a very spectacular and large program. I'm going to just quickly go through how I see the market, how we do our marketing, give you guys, just for showing up. This is straight out of our mastermind. I'm going to just go through an overview of stuff we teach at our mastermind that I think will be beneficial to all of you with the coming market the way it is. I know some of you are actually Monster or AMS people that are on the call, and a couple of you are people I've never seen on any of these calls. So that's really exciting for the few of you. So I want to be able to educate you for taking time out of your evening. If you do not know me, and I think there are two, for the rest of you, sorry, it's the same old tired song and spiel. My name is Lee Honish, and I am the former head loss mitigator for IndyMac Bank's HELOC division, and I'm not wired like the rest of you. In 1988, I started in real estate and banking, and by the age of 21, I had already thrown out my first 100 families. I did that until 2007. Most people know me because I was the head loss mitigator for IndyMac Bank's HELOC division, and it was in that capacity that I started speaking nationally to real estate agents for 3 straight years, doing over, 10,000 live performances, being seen by hundreds of thousands of real estate agents, being viewed millions of times across the country. I am the godfather of all short sale training in North America, and it is work that I am extremely proud of. In 2010, I became a private consultant. People hired me to come to their office with one task and one task only, and that was, how do I get more listings? What it turned out to be was a career in marketing and education that I'm very proud of. The marketing that I created in 2010 is the same marketing I'll be teaching you tonight. It got me named one of the top 100 marketers in America for a decade, one of the most innovative marketers in America for over a decade. And it is work that I'm extremely proud of. It is something called monster marketing. I guess that's the original name. Really what it is permission-based marketing that I created a decade ago to help people just like you meet people with missed payments. I've worked in this niche now for over 35 or however many years. I'm getting close to rounding it to 40 at this point. That is the particular niche that we are talking about, and I'm going to tell you why now is the right time. But I think there's something you need to know about me and why I'm so passionate about what I'm teaching today. I grew up an actual introverted kid, very shy, very withdrawn, very small, actually. If you've met me, I'm 6'1" and probably about 200 pounds these days. But I grew up tiny. I was like 89 pounds in high school. I was a straight F student. At one point, I actually got an F on a test in the 4th grade. I'm also dyslexic, and I was bullied probably from the 7th grade until midway through my high school freshman year when I joined the wrestling team. Still all very small. The reason I tell you all that is not for sympathy. It's to tell you that I've been able to achieve all of my dreams. We've been talking about this while we're out on the current mastermind tour. What are the dreams of most people? And remarkably, the top of the list, which is, I wish I had taken advantage of the next action, or I wish I had taken advantage of that market. I wish I became an entrepreneur, pretty much what everybody believes that they thought is one thing that they didn't achieve. I've done those. And I haven't let any of those things come between me and those goals, even though I carry a lot of the same weight. Over the last year, went through another breakup. My father died, my mother almost died, something happened with my daughter. There were a lot of traumatic events. I don't blame others. I don't make excuses. I try to find solutions, and that's the truth. I try to work with people who are like me, that I feel on the inside are great people. They're just making really bad decisions because of the trauma they have on the inside. For myself personally, I can share this because it's such a huge mission that I'm on. I'm trying to help 1 million homeowners make the right decision coming up in the coming market. And I'm recruiting 1,000 agents. We just hit 10% in the first month or so of the company actually operating. I think we've been operating for a couple of months, so we've hit 10%. I'm very excited about that. I believe it'll take about 3 years to hit those numbers and to really make a difference in the market. Today, I'm going to teach you what the difference in that market will be and that information you want to provide for people. And hopefully you'll want to join me on that journey. Homeowners, as well as yourself, as well as me, 95% of all people on this planet suffer from the same problem, and it's the fear of being able to provide. When you start to talk about taking someone's home away or the fact that they're going to lose their home, this is a primal fundamental element to these people. You have to accept it in your own life, and that's why I talk so much about carrying around personal baggage. You can't walk up to the door thinking, I'm going to get this listing. That's all these people are to me. They're real human beings with real situations who are making terrible, terrible decisions, trusting a bank. At the end of the day, a homeowner would rather call a bank where the first words they hear are, any information used during this call will be, any information gathered during this call will be used to collect on a debt. They would trust that entity more than they would trust a real estate professional or an advocate or anybody in the role of trying to assist them and give them good information. Because in their mind, that entity wants them to stay in their house. In their mind, the government wants them to help them stay in their home. In their mind, they don't want to lose, and they don't want to lose the ability to provide. I'm sure you can all relate to it. I certainly can relate to it. Today, I'm going to attempt to teach you in the next 30 minutes or so some of the things we've been teaching out on the road that help get through that. The first is what we call mindset. We're going to cover the market quickly and go through it. The second is marketing for distressed properties. I'm going to show you 3 methods. I'm also going to send this video out after the call. Hey, Derek Kelly on the call, the guy who made me do this actual pre-rollback call, checking up on me. The CEO is checking up on me for this one. And the third is what we call our move. I'm going to teach you quickly some conversion. I'm going to go through everything here really quick. I'm going to spend maybe 20 minutes on 10 minutes on each one of these topics. And I'm going to send the video back out, and I'm happy to do it. I know that most of you on this call have access to our Wednesday coaching calls. And I'm sure Derek's already probably making a decision that I send the video out with the links and probably give you guys more than just till after the call to make your final move on the topic. I will make my argument that this is what I agreed to till 9 o'clock West Coast time. So the choice is yours. I'll say this: if at any point you've watched all these presentations, you've been on the calls, and you do want those post prices, right? You're either an upgrade or you're a brand new person thinking of joining Home Advocates. If you are an upgrade on this call, send an email right now before 9 o'clock to lee@honish.io, and I will make sure you get an upgrade link out of the Monster and AMS program into this program. If you are new to this call, can't stress it enough. Whatever it is that moves you, you want to go to homeadvocates.io, click on sign up now. We're going to talk about it at the very end, but you should go and take a look at the investment and some of the things we offer throughout the call. You guys have the ability to do some multiple screens and to do that. I don't. I'm going to do this presentation. I'm going to do 10 minutes on mindset, 10 minutes on our mission and marketing, and 10 on the move. I'll send this, everything I'm teaching, everything that Derek taught on the road, everything that everybody, Fred, that we take on the road, Pete Sanchez, who we'll have next week. It's actionable information. We're trying to sort of break the mold and do real masterminds while we're out on the road. So I'm very proud of the work that we've done over the first couple of months. I'm very proud of the fact that we've actually hit 10% of our goal of getting to 1,000 agents. And I just know that there are people who want to join. And I'm telling you, I know the reality of this. The price all day has been literally 66% more than what it is right now on the sign up form, or 33% more, sorry, 33% more, not 66, 33% more than what it is on the sign right now. So if you're watching this and you're on a video and Derek somehow magically talked me into sending this video out with a link, and that link is still live when you click it, either for the upgrade or for the original pre-moratorium price, I'd click it and invest, because that price is a lot more. And if you don't believe me, go to homeadvocates.io, where the full price will be. Trust me, even when I send this email out. Let's get started, and hopefully you learn a little bit about working in this market. The first thing is mindset. I think it's important to understand what's going on in the market. It is not what it appears to be. As you can tell from last week, everything was pretty much a show when they created the COVID eviction moratorium part 2. Was not constitutional. It did not hold up. People will be evicted, but all they did was stop evictions. They didn't stop the filing. They didn't stop the FICO scores. They didn't stop any of it. All they did was put on a show for the press and for the people. The reality is the filings and the evictions for renters are going to continue. I was asked this today. I think it was maybe Regina or somebody else who asked me, why do you think that funds really haven't gotten out to the homeowners? And my real answer is because, one, it's, catastrophic government bureaucracy BS. The second is, I'm not sure that they wanted that money to get out there. I am not convinced that it is in the best interest of the people. I know this is going to sound very harsh and very bank-ish out of me. It's not in the best interest to bail these people out. It is in the best interest to create more housing that is affordable. That is Biden's method. I don't really care where your politics fall. I don't have a dog in the fight, as they say. I just know that Biden has talked about making affordable housing since he got into office. The only way to do that is to create more housing, raise the interest rates, slow down sales. We're at 24% appreciation right now. It's through the roof. It's ridiculous. We're rapidly approaching inflation. We're rapidly approaching a recession. If you want to go out and watch it on the news, people are worried on multiple fronts. And the one thing they don't seem to be worried about are people who are going to be behind on their payments. Prior to the pandemic, or as I call it, the Thanos snap, there were 469,000 homeowners that were severely delinquent, up to a year to 18 months behind on their payments, somewhere between 300 and 469,000. Depended on the month, went up, went down. They cured some, they did not cure some, but that's where we were at. And apparently everybody believes that everybody's going to be current when they turn the FICO system and everything back on. I can tell you this because I pulled data today. They're almost back to those numbers right now. And there is no competition for that. In fact, one of the properties I saw today was a classic investor move. The property we knew going in was vacant. They had already deeded it over to an investor. The investor was already rehabbing it. And I just got there too late, right? I got there today instead of maybe say a month ago. And so there's no way for me to know if that homeowner got a good education. There's no way to know if that investor is actually making the payments when he got deeded the property. It's called an assumable deal or whatever kind of terminology you want to use. It's really common in investors in distressed properties. I don't know. I know that it was being rehabbed. I know it was getting ready for flip. And I know that it was still listed as actively in foreclosure. That's a big deal, right? So those properties are out there. And obviously homeowners are definitely investigating their situation. So whatever you believe about the mindset of homeowners or the direction we're going, it's not actual. I've been out there today putting up my own marketing. So the question is about forbearance agreements. Black Knight's reporting 1 million to 2 million people actively in forbearance agreements. At one point, there were 3 to 5 million, depending on what Black Knight report you read. My question is this: do homeowners know that it's going to go on their credit? Let's just go with something simple. If you're on this call and you did a forbearance, do you know that it goes on your credit? And if you didn't pay back the forbearance amount, do you know that that amount's put on your credit as well? Do you know that it's going to be between 100 and 200 FICO point hit when the system gets turned back on? Do you know that? Do homeowners know that? Were homeowners disclose that? I guarantee when they signed off on their forbearance agreement with the bank, they disclosed it, but do they actually understand and comprehend? Again, they're trusting an entity whose best interest is not to have a bunch of delinquencies. Here's something I can tell you on the whole topic. Wells, Chase, and B of A have said that all of their portfolios are 10% delinquent. 10% delinquency of their portfolios is approximately 3 million houses. So you can believe what you want to believe. You can believe that the government's going to fix it. You're going to believe that forbearances are going to cure everything, that they're magically going to cure FICOs. Or here's the new one, the FHFA loan mod that's been in development now for the last 30 days, where they can basically do a desktop on the fly loan modification. Why would we need that if the government's going to fix it? This is a conspiracy theory on my part. Why would the banks be working directly with FHFA to create a loan modification that would hold up, right? So that it's a sellable unit on the secondary market. Why? The government's going to fix it and pay for everything, which is what so many real estate people believe. Why would we need some kind of modified loan agreement that would work like a new loan? Which takes us to the FICO system. If you don't know it, they turned off the FICO system. It's just now being turned back on. It's just now being rolled back into play. Filings are just now starting to happen, which is why actually we raised our price to what our full price will be for the system. In just a few weeks, and I mean this sincerely, you guys know this about real estate agents, once the market goes in one particular direction, real estate agents will flock to work on this, right? That's just the truth of how real estate agents do it. But up until that point, guarantee this, because I know I read the emails, they will tell me how stupid I am for believing in what I believe and that I'm crazy. Well, I've talked to the top REO person in Las Vegas, and she is told constantly by people that she's crazy, even though she's talked to the asset management companies and the banks, and they told her this is happening. I've talked to the top REO people here in Southern California where I am. They all believe the same thing. Some of the people in the lending industry believe this, but the truth is the market appreciated 24%. It's one of the hottest markets of record. Nobody can even conceive of the interest rate going up, even though it is at an artificial low that no one can wrap their brain around. But somehow this is all going to hold up. And that this weird, let's just take it from this perspective. The inventory issue is so dramatic. I would say this to real estate agents. If you had a new way to get listings, distressed properties, it's public information. You have an approach. This presentation's been out there. We make it very clear how to make the approach and the angle that we're working, which is education, right? Why wouldn't you do it? It's just a place where there are less real estate agents and the ability to get more listings. Let's move on how do you meet those people. Let's talk about our actual mission. I'm going to teach you 3 marketing methods very quickly. Again, go back and watch the videotape. I will send the videotape out. Hopefully, if you're watching, there's a link down below this video. Derek allowed me to keep it alive, or forced me. I believe that the product is worth what it's worth and what it's selling for right now on the website. Derek is really trying to work for you, the real estate agents or the people that have the system already, to allow you guys to get in. So method number 1, and I'm actually going to show you this on the website. This is our newest marketing method, and all the pieces are now in play. We call it sort of the referral system. In fact, Derek's been modifying it because he's one of our coaches as well and putting his own spin on it. We call it the talk it up methodology. It's very simple, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And we actually have templates for it so that you can be listed and do it directly the way we do it. I'm going to show you our version of marketing. We call it permission-based marketing. It's home advocates marketing. I'm going to show you our brand new 12-step that's actually on our site. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to do a website with social media and all the parts you need. I'm going to do it all in the next 5-10 minutes. Watch this. First is what we call the talk up method. There are two ways to get in front of people on a day-to-day basis, right? One is referrals. Somebody gives you the name and the number. Our methodology is a little different. We'd like you to go out and talk to 5 people per day. We already know for a fact it will get you introduced to one person who has, used a forbearance or done a loan modification. And because of that, we've created this particular marketing method that we will share with all of you, and it's worth the value of the system by itself. And I'm about to show you why. You have to be able to engage homeowners to ask you one question, right? And the one question is, what do you do, right? And I'm going to tell you exactly what you do and how you present it. You can do it by wearing a suit, like I do when I go out into public, or when I'm out with my daughter, who is probably a strong enough person to be out, I'm able to engage. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm actually very shy when I'm in public, and I don't like rejection very well. Derek brought this up the other day while we were talking and working on this method. He goes, have you even ever asked a woman out on a date? And I said, no, I don't believe that I have. And that's kind of a fact. I'm too afraid of rejection. So the method that I'm about to show you, I created because I have a fear of rejection. So I tend to like to go out in my suit and tie when I'm looking for people to work with. I don't mind when I'm out with someone, including my daughter, being able to engage people. It gives me confidence on some level. It's just the truth of who I am. Whatever the case, whatever the packaging, the goal is to go out and have somebody ask you what you do for a living. Can't stress it enough. Find an icebreaker. We give you all different videos and sorts of packages. You just have to sort of find your niche. I talked about this on one video. I will set up all my podcasting equipment. I live just outside of Little Italy. So I'll go down to the courtyard and I will set up my podcasting gear, probably in a tie and like my blue shirt, my tie, really. And I know it'll draw a crowd. I know people will ask me what I'm doing. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you tell them. Okay, you look them square in the face and you tell them this. I help people who've missed payments. I then pull out my business card. On the front is a testimonial. We were behind on payments and we took a forbearance. We were still unable to make the payments thanks to Lee and Home Advocates. They got my house back, sold it before foreclosure, got the equity out of the house and into my bank account. And they even got me someone to help me repair my information. And then on the back is my information. And I close every time with, hey, do you know somebody who's missed a payment? Or do you know someone who's missed a payment? Or do you think you'll come into contact? I'd really like to give you my cell phone number. I don't really do this very often. And then I write my cell phone on the front. It now becomes a personalized marketing piece, but I don't stop there, right? The next move, which is a huge deal right now on our website, right? I do this to everybody when I want to build instant credibility. Open up your cell phone and feel free, all of you right now, feel free to open up your cell phone or use another window on the screen. Open up your Google and type in Home Advocates. And it is line 1 of your Google search, just like that. When you click on it, it will take you directly to our website. And if you're looking at it right now, scroll down and you will see a list of the people that are currently in the program. I wanted to create automatic credibility on the fly with a handheld device for people that were a part of the program. And from there, it's very simple. Do you or someone you know, have they missed a payment or done a forbearance or a loan mod? I would certainly like to talk to them so that they understand their credit impacts. I'm an advocate. I teach people and I talk to them about that. Would it be okay if we got them on a 3-way call? Yeah, the conversations are pretty endless from there. If you're Derek, you'll be at their house shortly and you'll be talking to them and creating a relationship with someone who probably made some very bad decisions, who will ultimately need the assistance of an advocate like you. That's one method. Second method is what we call permission-based marketing. Interruption-based marketing, I'm sure you've seen it. It's basically prospecting. I recently watched a video online by a very, very famous coach, And on that video, they recommended that real estate professionals do 40 to 50 hours of marketing per week to get their next listing. I don't believe in that. And I'm telling you, as a guy who put out my own marketing today, I think we spent an hour and a half. And I think 15 minutes of that was getting gas in the middle of it. And 15 minutes of that was, me setting it up in a FedEx office. I took my cell phone. I actually have the video of it. I'm going to include this when I send out the replay of me doing it today and how simple it is to do it. Here's how it works. We call it the 12-step program. That's a personal joke for me, and I think it's great. And for the Bill W fans out there, and for any of you thinking, wow, that sounds like one of those 12-step programs. Very good. It is. Makes me smile every day. Step one. This is directly taken from our website. And this is sort of our quick start. I don't know about you, but I really like instructions that have quick start. And so this is on our website on something we call the hub. And this is our quick start version of our marketing. Number one, you click there and you email your initials and your email address directly to Home Advocates, because we're going to set it up and keep track of it, because we have a call center that's going to be set up, and you're going to have an 800 number for you directly. Second thing, you're going to email your city and your county of where you're located. We provide the leads for you. The third step is to order Avery Label 6464s. Normally at this point, I would actually hold up one of my marketing pieces, and I had some. They're probably still out in the car. The next step is to download and print the call center, pre-printed call center marketing pieces. You just literally click on it. Actually, let's see if it works. Let's try it, shall we? See if I can drag one up on the screen and so you can see what they look like real quickly. So it takes you into a folder. There they are. That's what they look like. Just like that. You download them. They look just like FedEx delivery labels, but they're pre-printed with our call center number on them. Pretty easy. Pick 12 of the leads off that you want to work on your list. I looked at my stuff today. I decided to work Carlsbad and high-end houses as I scowl over at my driver for the request of those particular properties. We use something called Root XL. I did all the work. I literally shot the video on this. I uploaded all 12 addresses. I think we did 8 just for the sake of making the video, and they were extremely high-end houses. Then you prepare your marketing pieces, right? You write the last name of the homeowner, you write their APN number, and you write your initials in front of that APN number so that they're tracked. You're ready to go out. You put them in order based on your route, right? And you follow your route to house number 1. Step 9, you're going to get out of the car. You're going to put it on the mailbox, the garage door, the front door. I even showed some of my classic moves for when you encounter gates or places you can't get into, and where I put those tags. And while we were there, I should have shot this. I put one in an extremely obscure location on a gated property. And the next car that drove up literally stopped, literally looked at the tag for a period of time before he went in, just to prove a point. I wish I had shot it. It's actually, you'll see it on the video. It'll be one that's kind of on this little gate hinge on the outside of a firebox, but literally a car pulled in and stared at it for a couple of minutes before he drove in. Would have been cool if he would have taken it and dropped it off on that homeowner's house, but not everything could be perfect. I recommend not to do 100 houses. We recommend to do 12 houses on Monday and 12 houses on Wednesday. The call center will schedule only on Tuesdays and Thursdays after 3 o'clock. It's a general call center. I'm not able to accommodate everybody on this timeline. So those are the times you need to make available. If you're not going to tag on Monday and Wednesday and you're going to tag throughout the week, just know that they're going to set up your appointments on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then you are going to go home and you are not going to knock on their door. You're not going to do anything. You're putting 24 market pieces up per week. If you don't get one call or one face-to-face or anything in that first week, you need to notify me so that we can improve the process. Maybe it's a breakdown. Again, customer service is a hallmark with our company, right? So we need to take a look at it and objectively break it down to make sure that it's working for you. Usually it's the tags, occasionally it's the data, sometimes it's the call center. And last but not least, what do I do when I get an appointment? On the Quick Start program, we've created something called the Quick Start First Meeting. We're going to actually talk about it on the next set of slides, but you just click and download. It's ready to go. Just follow the 4 documents that are on there. You don't need to call us. You don't need to go through anything. It's just that simple. I make it abundantly clear that it is a 3-strike rule on missing meetings before I stop giving you guys meetings and all that. I know it's a little harsh to put that in a presentation. Those are usually hidden and disclosed terms. I'm passionate about helping people, right? I believe you're on this call because you're passionate and you want to help people. Understand that I'm not going to let any, Barbara knows this, a couple of you know this from being on the calls lately. There have been people trying to join the system that are more interested in our e-buyer program or what's in it for me. They've all been thrown out. They're not happy about it. And that is, I don't have to cater to everybody. It is my right as well to make sure that homeowners get the best treatment. I believe that all of you on this call want that. I believe that my CEO, CFO, and COO all want that. And sometimes they have to deal with the craziness and the passion that is me. And that's the thing. This is something I want. I want to help these homeowners. And I want to help 1 million homeowners. And I need all of you to help me, actually. The last funnel that we teach you, and this is actually going to be a brand new setup on the website tomorrow or the next day. It's the next slated module I'm building. We call it the web funnel. This is the one that I personally do. So I charge $500 an hour. If you hire me, I come to your office on $5,000 for 10 hours, $500 an hour. It's not an exaggeration. I'm that good. And in those 10 hours, I will figure out how you're bleeding to death, where your leads are coming from. I'll tell you pretty much everything about what's going on with your leads and your sources in general. And I do a pretty good job of it in general. And just making sure that I'm recording. The other thing I do is implement 3 funnels. The first one you see, the second one you just saw, and this third one. And it is my web funnel that I even used for this event when I got people on the call. Content is king, and the content you put out is really important. The second is having a social media presence. The third is a website. I'm going to go through these quickly. Buy a green screen. I've been impressing upon people for doing this. I've even talked Derek Kelly, our CEO, is going on vacation, and I have impressed upon him to get his own green screen to travel with. I have finally talked him into it. I will probably even be able to put it in his office. He keeps thinking that his office looks okay on the calls. Doesn't. It's going to have a green screen by the time I'm done. It will be the 3rd green screen. We will then own 4 green screens. We have green screens on green screens. I actually record with Zoom. I like it. Does touch-ups, makes me look pretty good. Has low lighting adjustments. For the technologically challenged, it's really easy. I have lots of other software that I enjoy using, to be perfectly honest. And I do use it, but Zoom by far is the best. Easily, you can pick out a background. Easily, you can insert yourself and make a video that looks just like this, right? So this is kind of the finished product. I don't think I set up sound, so I'm just going to show you. I'm going to turn the sound off, in fact. I just want you to see the video. It's me in front of a green screen saying, hi, my name's Lee Honish. I'm a homeowner advocate, for about a minute. Now that I have the video, I like to do my editing on HD Movie Maker. Again, for the technologically unsavage, can you use, Adobe whatever, or Photoshop whatever, or iMovie or whatever? All of those things are great. I own all that software. I still use HD Movie Maker because it's so simple. It just is. For the amount of editing that I'm not doing pro edits. I'm not doing jump cuts. I don't need to. I mean, I can, but these are just simple content pieces. I also use something called Poster My Wall to make those thumbnails that look like that you'll see in the emails or even on my videos. They look professional. It's an easy system. They stack simple. They have all the different sizes. It's amazing. Upload it to YouTube. Use the YouTube distribution food chain. Simple as that. I use Facebook. You need a business page. Can't stress it. I do not buy Facebook ads. I do not believe in buying Facebook ads. I think they're a waste of time. I think it's actually lazy marketing, if you want my opinion. I'm not saying that they don't have their place. I use them for events when I can't get in there and post every day. But by and large, I would prefer to hand post. I did it for tonight's event. You upload it, but what you need to do is make sure that you have somewhere for the homeowner to land before you post it. And then I'm going to teach you my favorite trick, right? Share it to all your business pages, but more importantly, join your local area groups. What you're seeing right there are Las Vegas local groups, Las Vegas offer ups, Las Vegas mom and dad groups, Las Vegas classifieds. I join specific areas for my marketing. So when I have a client and they want their message in a specific area, like Las Vegas, I join all the groups, I create content, I put it in there. And as long as the message is not a sales message, this is true of one Las Vegas group. I talk about it at this time, every single time I talk about this. There's only one group, and I've never seen this in the rest of the country. It is literally Las Vegas, buy, sell, service, anything. And it says with a slash, except real estate agents. That's mind-blowing to me. And that's a very real group in Las Vegas on Facebook. Has like 200,000 residents on it. So I post, I'm clearly talking about real estate. They've never rejected anything I posted because my message is of hope and help. I do not get thrown out of groups. If you've posted to groups before and they've rejected you, that's because you're putting sales pitches on. What I'm doing is not sales pitching. I am hope and help. I work with people who've missed payments. I do not represent that I am a realtor or an investor or a real estate agent. I represent that I help people who've missed payments. I can't stress this enough. I wouldn't even say advocate. It's too big a word. I help people who've missed payments because of COVID. Keep it as simple as possible. I do post on Instagram. It's very simple to upload onto it. We do have a website that is all set up as the capture page. You can also use a lead page. Some of my agents like lead pages. So get a lead page. We have them sort of a la carte for people that are interested. They don't cost much, a couple $100, and we'll get you a vanity URL, like a dedicated URL to one of those capture pages, or even use Woofu. One of our own funnels, two of our funnels right now are using Woofu on our own website right now. It's a great, simple site that you can capture information that will get emailed directly to you. Again, it's working smarter, not harder. Which takes us to our last topic, right? And that's conversations and conversions. And it's our favorite topic. Normally I have Derek talk about these things, and they're a really great topic. It's a really great topic, right? So I'm going to go through this quickly, and I should get you guys out of here before 9 o'clock. I'm actually proud. Are there any questions? I'm taking a deep breath right here. All right, let's do conversions and conversations. This is all you have to do to create a relationship. Don't overthink it. I actually went out and I interviewed and asked questions of some of the top people in the distressed industry before we released this approach. I said, what would an advocate really do at the front door? What would be beneficial to people at the front door? What would make a difference? And my whole perspective was, how important is it for a homeowner to know the 9 alternatives to foreclosure? That's it. It was a very simple premise. And I went out and I talked to people who did REOs. I talked to people in the banking industry. I talked to people in the escrow industry. And I said, I want to teach homeowners the 9 alternatives to foreclosure. Is there a value to that? Will it create a relationship? Will it create that engagement? And the answer that came back time and time again is, it's more than the bank would teach them, and it is good information. So here's how it works. It works by script. Hi, my name's Lee Honish. I am a homeowner advocate. Did you know you were actively in foreclosure? And I hand them a copy of their notice of default. They're going to give me their answer. That's great. As I said, I'm a homeowner advocate. I'm just here to teach you your 9 alternatives to foreclosure. Would it be okay if I read them to you? Just that simple. Great. Thank you, homeowner. Option number 1, you can do nothing. I can tell you that if your decision is to do nothing, something will happen more than likely, and that's the bank selling the property. Option number 2, pay off for refinance. Homeowner, do you have any money available or a job or any kind of income? No, it's probably not a good option for you. Reinstatement. Do you have a mattress full of money? Did you win the lottery recently where you have the ability to pay the bank current or off and whatever past due amounts you have, including your forbearance? You don't? Then I'm sorry to tell you, you won't be able to reinstate your loan. Option number 4, what about a partial claim? How about getting a secondary credit line on your house or something roughly to that effect? Oh, you have a loan with Wells Fargo. Yeah, they recently ended all their credit lines and basically HELOC lines for exactly this reason. So I guess that's not an option for you. Option 5, deed in lieu of foreclosure. Would you like the bank to just give you a couple of grand and you can give them the keys and you'll be able to move out of here, no harm, no foul with the deed in lieu? Would that be okay with you? Oh, you like that option? Great. So here's what I need to inform you of as an advocate. Number 1, a deed in lieu of foreclosure is exactly the same on your credit as a foreclosure. Number 2, the amount of money they will offer you is far less than the equity you currently have in your house. So would you like to do a deed in lieu of foreclosure? Okay, let's move forward. Option 6, bankruptcy. Would you like me to get you to a certified attorney to discuss bankruptcy options? What I can tell you, what I legally can tell you, is that most houses that are put into bankruptcy are not saved because of bankruptcy. The bank will get the property back. But again, it is not my place to say, and I certainly want to refer you to the correct person. Option 7, how about a loan mod? I'm sure you'd like to work on a loan mod or get a loan mod and possibly keep this house. Oh, you've already done a loan mod. Yeah, the bank doesn't do a loan mod on top of a loan mod. No, the government is not forcing them to do a loan mod on a loan mod either. I understand completely. However, if you haven't done a loan mod, I can get you a do-it-yourself kit to assist you with that. The company I work for, Home Advocates, works with a company that will give you a pre-prepared self-help kit to help you prepare it. And Home Advocates, this company that I represent, will actually help you get it submitted to the bank. It's got a very low fee just for their costs. If you're interested in that, I can set that up for you. What about a forbearance? Have you applied for your forbearance? Oh, you haven't applied for your forbearance. Again, it's much like the loan mod. You have to fill out the paperwork correctly and represent that you'll be starting to make those payments again in 3 months or so. But again, that's a packaging and a presentation thing. Again, the company I work for, Home Advocates, has a do-it-yourself program. You fill out the paperwork. Home Advocates itself actually helps and assists at no additional cost or fee getting that submitted to the bank so that you have the best possible chance of getting it approved. If you're interested in that, I can set that up. Option 9, and the only last option for your homeowners. You have to sell your house. You have equity in the walls. You don't have the ability to pay. I don't want to tell you that, but no matter how you think this is going to turn out, you need to know that at some point you're probably going to have to sell this house. There's just too much equity in this property. The market is just too hot. You would be injuring yourself and injuring your family by not taking advantage of the equity that's currently in your house. I can come back on a different day and let you know how much equity you have, what the market's doing, if that's something you want to talk about. But I didn't come here today to talk about any of these things directly today. I want you to think about it. I just have one question before I go. What did the bank do to you? It's a psychological fact. And in my humble opinion, and I've seen it in real time with people that I love and care about on a daily basis, the people that are in distress make excuses and blame others. And here's how I know why for sure. I was exactly that person until I got my collective crap together and started to take responsibility for my actions. My life is 180 degrees different than what it was a year ago and the direction that I was on, because I took responsibility for my behaviors and my actions. And trust me when I say this about homeowners, they do not take responsibility for missing payments. This line alone will get you 30 or 40 minutes at the door. The idea at the first appointment is to schedule a second appointment. At that second appointment, after follow-up, you're going to go back and engage them with the delivery information. Your second step is to finally ask them the big question. It is just like a marriage proposal. As someone who has done that a couple of times, I can safely tell you this is the exciting part of a second date. Uh, in between salad and dessert, somewhere, just slide it in. And that big question is really simple. Have you decided on what you're going to do? No matter what their answer is, if it isn't loan mod forbearance or selling their house with your assistance, it doesn't matter what they say. I understand, and I hope that works out for you. I only have one question before I leave here today. What's your plan B if that doesn't work out? And is it okay if I follow up with you? That is our approach. I've shared it with you on almost the black and white level, and then you just follow up with them. I mean, it's a little more complicated for the sake of discussion, but that's how we really operate. I have about 5 minutes left, and I want to go through this. Mentors have mentors. I have mentors, people that have dramatically and fundamentally changed my life in the way that I behave. People I would like to call mentors and friends. Don Miguel Ruiz in the Four Agreements. I cannot recommend it enough. Seth Godin, probably the godfather of all things marketing, modern day marketing, and the reason I invented my own marketing approach. And last but not least, Rhonda Byrne, The Secret. I can tell you right now where I sit right now. My life is about The Secret, and what I manifest, I have brought to life the people that are around me. And I am very proud of that fact. I wanted these things. I wanted them in my life. I talked to them. I brought them forward. If you keep with the right positive mindset, everything is wonderful and you will get everything you dream about. If you go to the front door thinking people are just money and they're there for your disposal, you will fail. If you go to the front door thinking they're not going to list with you, then you're going to fail. If you go to the front door worrying about the questions they're going to ask, you're going to fail. If you go to the front door because you want to be their educator and their advocate and help them, I guarantee you will get listings and you will make more money than you know what to do with. I can tell you that firsthand. My mission has been the same. This is the most successful company I've set up. I work with some of the brightest and most intelligent minds in the industry right now, and I'm surrounded by them. And I only attract the best. Negativity and bullshit just doesn't happen. Are there struggles within the company? Sure, there's stress. I expect stress for all of you as well. That's the truth. But in reality, my life, my company's life is very good. We have a very good mission. It will be successful and it will make money, but 85% of what I do is for free. And I'm telling you this right now, 85% of what you do is for free. It's the 15% that will pay you. Here's why I have an it. August 6, 2004, she turned 17 and got COVID, for God. What the hell? She got COVID for her birthday. That is some serious manifesting on her part. I asked her if she wished for it. She is my it. She is my why. She is my everything. It is because of her, for my own family and for the families that you all have, that 11 years ago, I created a very simple product called Monster Marketing. It is a direct marketing approach that led to everything we're talking about here today. It turned me into the marketer I am. It got me landed and turned me into a top person in the world of marketing. It's rather humbling where I've spoken at, what I've been featured on, the books, the speaking, all of it. I'm very humble and I'm very grateful, but it's brought me to today and taking all of that information and putting as many people as I can into the Home Advocate program. Before I show you the website really quickly, because I have 5 minutes left, there are 2 ways to join Home Advocates right now. One, you can become an EXP agent, or number 2, you can invest a one-time fee with no monthly fee. It's that simple. If you're a current AMS or Monster user, you can upgrade for a one-time fee as well. And everything we do is with a 100% guaranteed, 100% lifetime guarantee. If you use our marketing method, the Home Advocate marketing system, and you do not get face-to-face or Zoom to Zoom, depending on COVID, and Delta variant too, we will refund 100% of your investment. No questions asked. The reason I tell you all that, I'm going to take you inside and show you how to do this and why this is super cool. You can go to homeadvocates.io. This is our main website, right? You want to click on sign up and get educated, right? First thing I want you to notice on the front page of Homeowner Advocates, all of our agents are realtors, are certified advocates, and there are a lot. And then there are our investors that we work with that are approved cash buyers that are all trained advocates. They're all listed on the front page of a Google Line 1 website right under my logo. In fact, they get almost better billing than information about me, and I'm happy to do it. So you click sign up and get educated. It will take you over to our Academy page. It's a training portal. You click on get started. On the get started page right now, and if there's a link down below and this is a video, you will see that you're getting 33% off. Normally, our investment price is $49.97. Right now, it is our pre-pandemic price of $19.97. Again, if you're a Monster or AMS person, it's a one-time fee. Send me an email at lee@honish.io and let me know who you are, and I will get you a upgrade link for that. And that investment is $9.97. I believe when I send this back out, at least until I can turn it off, there will be a link for $19.97 down below and a link for previous Monster AMS users for $9.97 down below. If you are not a previous Monster or AMS user, please do not click the $9.97 link. You will be charged again. You will not be allowed to be into the system. They're all PayPal links. I mean, yeah, theoretically you can fill it out, but you're not, I'll just kick you out of the system and make you pay the other $9.97 anyway. I mean, this is all very modular, and I know everybody who comes in, and I know my 500 students. You will be put into the minute you fill out the form after you invest, you will be put into 3 different funnels. The first is the Home Advocate Marketing System. This is an education platform and sort of the long form explanation of how to do our marketing approach, our direct marketing approach. The second is the Home Advocates Community. This is a live Q&A forum where you can ask any questions you want. But what my students, and probably some of you have seen this week, is the Hub. This is our newest, latest, and greatest little creation that I have worked on. And it's something that I am extremely proud of. All you got to do is click on it. Let me show you. So our Home Advocates Marketing System in education breaks it down. It's just like a modular training. The community, you just go in and answer questions. And the third is the Hub. This is where everything is. There is the 12-step kickstart, 12-step kickstart program, just as we've talked about. You just click on it. It's all broken down here. All the links are live, and it'll get you using our direct marketing approach immediately, just as we've laid out. The second is our face-to-face method. This just went online today, right? First is an overview video of how it works. The second is the template. You can download both side A, side B. It's now a generic little testimonial, our link to our provider who does our cards, and a video on how to set it all up, right? And then once you have this card, you can then start using the Home Advocates website because you'll be listed on the front of it. You can also use our 800 number on your business card. If someone calls our 800 number and asks for, say, Tony Coe, we will know and we will forward it on. We actually use a Grasshopper system. Same for the advocate at advocates. You can use that as an email address as well. The next is our coaching calls. They are all stacked and structured. The next thing is our Express Advocate e-buyer program. We are paying our agents 4% for bringing us their listing, right? So if we help you, you bring the listing to us, we want you to make 4% on the sales side, right? We understand you're going to cover both ends. Home Advocates represents the buyer, or it will wind up being a referral fee. But when you click on this, it's very simple. All you do is fill out the form, day, date, and time, the information, and you upload any additional documents that we've requested and to advocates@homeadvocates.io, and we'll call you back in 24 hours, and we'll let you know about an express buyer for your property. And because you took the listing, you'll be able to make 4%. EXP agents that are with us make 6%. pretty great if you ask me. Then we work with investors. If you're on this call and you find an investment angle or deal that you want to work with, you click on this hub. And when you open it up, it works the same way. You fill out all the information, upload the documents. I will actually call you and find out what kind of deal there is to be had. That leaves us with the archives of every single monster marketing and AMS system I've created, and all the videos, and even some white label books. Our archives of marketing pieces date back 11 years. There's over 1,000 documents. We're actually creating a brand new one of these modules for second through your 1 millionth appointment. And lastly, our videos. Yeah, there's like 1,000 hours of videos. There are thousands of documents. There's almost 1,000 hours of videos, and I think that's an understatement. I've also got white label books and articles, right? So that you can have squeeze pages and be the author of best-selling books. They are all best-selling. You can name yourself a best-selling author. That is our complete program. All you have to do is go to homeadvocates.io, click on Get Signed Up. It'll take you over to our homeadvocates.academy page, or click the links below. If they're still live, you have an opportunity. Click Get Started, and you will be able to buy it at the pre-pandemic price of $19.97. If you are looking at this in an email, there'll be a link for $9.97 for the upgrade for previous Monster AMS people. If you want to make sure that you get it and you're on the call tonight, you need to send me an email right now. You need to sign up tonight. I'm going to put this all together tonight and send it out. I will be turning those links off. I'm sure it'll be a discussion with Derek the minute I push this call, put this call to an end. I appreciate all of you, but definitely go to homeadvocates.io, become a part of the system.